are lots of products that, like you said, go away. You know, you have a product and it's going along and it goes away and you got something else. And that's just the way it is. And we've seen that over and over. It's why as the markets change, I'm used to it. And I know it's not something that you have to adjust to them, but I've adjusted to them before. So it's not that difficult.
Yep. No, it's always nice when I ask you a certain question. I'm like, is this normal? You'd be like, well, it used to be, but not too. We don't see it as often as we used to.
Yep.
Sort of. So.
Yep.
So what would you consider, I'll ask your question, your superpower?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't tell everybody, but I fly.
Yeah.
Normally in my car.
You fly downtown Carmel? I'll let those cops know.
Don't tell them. They're all friends of mine. They're all friends. No, you know, it's one of those things where number one, I think that probably my biggest superpower is I have a very, very high sense of urgency. And I think that most things that you really, like your superpower, can also be your kryptonite, okay? In the right times, it's a superpower, and sometimes it's your kryptonite. But everything has to be done right now. I can't wait for anything. Everything has to be done. And sometimes that gets me in trouble, but the vast majority of the time, it really helps because I communicate quickly back with people. I can't let time go by and not get back with somebody. And if I miss something, it just drives me crazy. So I think that's probably the number one. I think communication is another one because I've done sales for so long. You know, everybody says it's sales, and most people get the idea that sales is like we see in the movies or like we see on TV, but it's really not. Sales is about relationships, and it's about building relationships, and it's about communicating with people. And I really try desperately to listen to what they want, listen to even what they don't say, right? Read in, and then give them, as you and I do, because we've talked about it, we work on it, is give options. Because sometimes the options you give people don't know what they don't know. They don't know what's available. So my job is to make sure I show them the options that work in the areas that they're looking to accomplish, right? And sometimes it could be a little different than they told me, but I could, by what they said, I knew there might be some interest there. Other times they end up exactly with what they want. So I think that is something that I do really well. I'd consider that a superpower. I think another one would be that I'm able to figure most things out. I can't figure everything out, but I'm able to figure most things out. So if I have a difficult file or somebody has a difficult file, the vast majority of the time I can figure out how to make it work, whether it may take some time, may have to do some, and it's not that I do anything wrong. It's just that I know the rules. I understand the rules. I know who to talk to if I don't know the rule to get the right answer, and then figure out how to make it work. And usually it's an underwriter. So you show the underwriter why my thought on how we could make it work is actually a legitimate reason to make it work and a legitimate way to make it work.